Hey, what's up? What's up, guys? How you doing? Let's hope people sign on. Du-du-du. Yeah. New live stream. New live stream on Money Magic. And as always, I'm going to start talking about today's topic once we hit 20 people live. Until then, you can ask any questions that you have, okay? So go ahead and uh, ask any questions that you have that are related to the topic. Disgusting. So, boss, yeah, doing well. Hey Frank, working and checking out your content in between the work. Appreciate your time and teachings, man. Anytime. You're very welcome. Very welcome. How's it going, Frank? And would you recommend buying your wealth spirit subliminal for people who have bad luck in finance? Yes, absolutely. But there's more to that. You see what I mean? There's more to this whole thing, but the subliminal is a good start. Absolutely. It will definitely help. Because at the end of the day, it's about reprogramming your subconscious. You have to look at the world in a certain way. You know, when you look at the world in a certain way, you will begin to attract that money thing. Okay, it's a certain process on how you understand and apply information that that happens in your life. Okay, so your subconscious has to be your ally in that whole thing, and that's what that subliminal has been created for, to reprogram your subconscious to help you attract that thing that we call money. You know? Yeah. So I have some important announcements to make in the very near future. Okay. Um, I'm going to stop teaching witchcraft on the Grail of the Serpent. I'm going to stop teaching witchcraft specifically because here's the thing, man. I've been. I don't think that's what people need. To be honest, I don't think that's what people need. I don't think people need to learn witchcraft because I've been teaching how to work with spirits for a while now, and it was not, or rather, there were good outcomes that came from that, but I don't think that's what people actually need. I think what people actually need is the essence of the work that I've done with the spirits, which is mental techniques for the most part. Those mental techniques and the knowledge gained from working with spirits for decades is what people need. They don't need to learn to work with spirits. So this channel is going to turn more or less into a life coaching channel. Okay. So I'm going to stop teaching witchcraft. What I'm going to start teaching people is actually life coaching, how to build their lives, you know, in regards to like how do you use your mind and the secret abilities that are in your mind to build, let's say, wealth, to build your life, and so on and so forth. Very soon I'm going to start um, changing my lifestyle where I'm going to be traveling for the most part. I'm going to travel to different locations. I'm going to live in multiple locations. I'm no longer just going to have one residence. I'm going to live in multiple different locations And I'm going to take you with me into that, and I'm going to show you the world as you travel with me. Okay, you're going to see me in different locations, and on top of that, I'm going to teach. I'm going to teach how you can use the secret abilities that are in your mind, things that I've learned from the spirits for many decades. I'm no longer going to teach magic, witchcraft. I'm going to teach manifestation and applied law of attraction. That's what I'm going to do. So no more talk about demons, no more talk about angels, no more talk about spirits. It's going to be applied law of attraction, with how to unlock the secret abilities that are in your mind, because that's what people need. Yeah. And there's going to be coaching programs for that. Okay. Right now, I think I'm going to do it. It's going to probably be like, daily lectures. Daily lectures. No, not sorry, not daily lectures, but twice a week. Twice a week live calls, something like this. Twice a week live calls, where important topics are discussed. I'm also going to be able to do one-on-ones, meaning consultations, and there's going to be all kinds of courses and materials that help you unlock those powers, right? And that's going to be, I don't know, around $100 a month or something like that. It's also going to be more affordable. You see, a lot of people wanted to get a mentoring, but they couldn't, was not affordable for them. So there's going to be stuff that's going to be available at $100 a month for more, so more people can afford it. And if you can't afford $100 a month, that's exactly when you need that stuff. Okay, if you have a problem affording that, then that's exactly when you should invest in what you're going to learn there. Oh, okay. Does it also put you in contact energetically with that wealth spirit? I did not put a. Hold on. Yeah, that's what it's supposed to do. Of course. Yeah, yeah. The subliminal. If it's focused on a specific wealth spirit, it's also going to get you in contact with a specific wealth spirit. Yeah, guys. I need more questions. Type in your questions. Type in your questions. Come on. Type in your questions. What questions do you have? Is the spirit the saga? I'm not going to talk. I'm not going to answer questions about spirits anymore. I'm not going to talk spirit. I'm not going to talk about spirits. How do you go about starting your own business online and market it correctly? I think that's what we talked about last time. Were you on last time, Ivalence? Ivalence. Were you on last time when I did the last live stream about that topic? Were you on? How do you go about starting your own business, man? The first thing is you identify the niche. Okay, you identify the niche and your customer avatar, and then you market to that avatar. You know, you find a need, and then you fulfill that need. Yeah. Business is nothing but fulfilling the needs of certain people. Um, what is the pain point that people are dealing with? Find the pain point of a person, then provide the solution for that. That's a business. Now you got a business. Will your teachings show how to heal others? Yes, absolutely, Tracy. They're going to be focused on that. I'm also going to provide Reiki initiations remotely, remote Reiki initiations, and no, not Reiki sessions, but Reiki initiations will be available as well. If you're comfortable with sharing, what is one of your favorite methods of manifesting? One of my favorite methods of manifesting is, see, there's magic, or let's say manifestation. Um, Manifestation is essentially the giving a physical form to an idea. That's what we call manifestation, really, right? If you manifest something, you have an idea and you bring it into a physical form. Ideas and physical forms are not different. They just have different amounts of energy. Okay, something that is physical matter has more energy in the same space than an idea. All right. So all you got to do is put in energy into the idea. Also, you have to understand that even though the world seems that it's separate from you, it also exists within you. So by going within, you can influence and affect everything outside of you. So what you do is you basically focus on the idea and focus on it again and again and again and again. What you focus on is being energized. So all you need is the ability to focus on something long term, and sooner or later it's going to be yours. That's how manifestation works. It's very simple, actually. But the problem is that most people cannot control where their focus is. That's it. When you learn how to put your focus on things, you will be pretty much able to create anything and attract a lot of stuff. How much would those sessions be? Which sessions? I'm not. Well, I'm not doing Reiki sessions on people because that would be too long, and I'm not going to deal with that energy for the most part. But Reiki initiations is what I can do. I can give people Reiki initiations. Also, one-on-ones if you need guidance in your life in some way or another. I can give you one-on-ones. I can give you like a consultation or something like that. Yeah. The initiations, I mean. Well, um, the initiations for all three levels, I would charge $500, I guess, for all three levels. How much is a consultation? Well, the consultation, whatever, 300 an hour. No, 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 not 300 an hour. That's a little bit too little. 30 minutes, $300. 30 3 minutes. You can, so would be an hour, would be 600. Do traumas stop people from manifesting more effectively? Yes, they do. You got to work through that. That's why shadow work is extremely important when you manifest. Okay. When you create something, when you manifest things, you have to do shadow work. Shadow work is essentially confronting the trauma and the darkness that is within yourself. That's shadow work. And then once you do that, you're able to focus on creating it again. See, creation requires internal clarity. You can only create from a place of internal clarity and stillness. If you, that's why inner work is extremely important. Every day, multiple times, you have to go within and create peace and stillness within yourself. And once you have stillness and peace within yourself, you're going to be able to then affect the outside world again. Yeah. So yes, traumas definitely stop people from manifesting more effectively. Absolutely. Trauma actually is a destructive force being in a loop and being in loop in people's minds. Exactly. Yep. And it has to be confronted and resolved. That's shadow work. We got to do that again and again and again on a regular basis. Absolutely. Very important point. What is an example of an initiation? What does it entail? What Reiki gives you, Reiki initiation basically means that you get the ability to draw upon, like the initiation allows you, or hold on, I'm assuming that you're asked about Reiki initiation, but an initiation, generally speaking, an initiation is an initial connection to a certain energy, and that energy can then flow through us. See, all of everything that we do in spirituality is essentially we allow certain energies to affect us. We take a portion of that energy within us, and then we can redirect it to affect something in the outside world or within us and stuff, whatever, right? So an initiation is essentially the bringing the first contact with a specific energy, and then we learn how to use that energy. Can Reiki be used for baneful magic? No, it cannot. No, Reiki is not neutral. Reiki is a positive energy. It's um, not neutral. It's positive, beneficial energy. Okay? So no, it cannot be used for baneful purposes. Hmm. Saturday. Moment. Okay, interesting. So healing only, yeah. Um, that would be helpful. There are not many who use their energy in a positive way. Mhm. I love Reiki. It changed my life. Yeah. For baneful purposes, you say it would be more worthwhile to use the energy from the emotion that made you want to use baneful magic in the first place? No comment. I'm not going to talk about that. Uh, no comment. Would you manifest a large amount of money first or smaller amounts of money quicker? Well, depends on. Look, I mean, smaller amounts of money are that's more important if you live in a jurisdiction with a lot of taxes, because then you're going to have to pay taxes the next year. Basically, they expect you to make the same amount of income. But uh, financial freedom is reliability. So if you can figure out a way to make a large amount of money and don't have to pay taxes or keep paying taxes, then I think they're equally good. But the large amount of money is probably going to take you more work, I guess, and it's harder to make. Mr. Producer.
Last.
Oops. What is Reiki used for mainly? Oh, hold on, I forgot one. Hi, Frank. Will existing customers still be able to access their courses on the website, like Magic Mentor, etc.? You will have a certain amount of time. You will have a period where you can download that stuff that you've bought. Well, I gotta check. I gotta check. I'm not completely sure about it yet. I'm not completely sure about it yet. Um, I have not decided upon that, but we'll see. I mean, theoretically, that's a decision that I'll still have to make. Okay, so bear with me. I haven't decided upon that yet. Good point. How do I unblock others from my wealth manifestations? Here, hold on. Here's what I am going to provide. X-ray vision. Here's what I'm going to provide. Um, there will be summaries of the content of those lessons. Summaries of the content of those lessons, and everyone who has access to those will be able to will have a certain period of time where they can download those summaries. Yeah. So yeah. So you will have the opportunity to download the content for yourself until it's taken off the web. Yeah. Um, good point. How do I unblock others from my wealth manifestations? You block others from. Well, first of all, I wouldn't tell people about that too much. Don't tell them too much about it. That's the first thing. Secondly, their intention can work against yours. Yes, that's true. But if the intention is strong enough, meaning the energy put into your intention is strong enough, you're gonna you're still gonna get what you want. You see, you're still gonna be able to manifest. So it's literally just a battle of will, a battle of will, and one intention puts more energy into it than the other. So what the stronger intention wants will manifest. You see, what is Reiki used for? Mainly healing. It's used for healing for the most part, which is not underestimated, which is not to be underestimated because healing is part of creation. You need to first heal and then you can create. You see. Do spirits use people to give you messages? They possess random people to say something. I'm not going to talk about that. I'm not going to talk about that. Sorry, can't talk about that. Man, for some reason I'm craving ice cream at 1 a.m. Isn't that crazy? 1:30 a.m. I'm craving ice cream, man. I don't know if that's a good thing. Damn it. I don't think it's a good thing. Trying to get a six pack, god damn it. Which I will. I will have a six pack. My body fat percentage has already gone down. It's just a matter of time till I got a six pack. Did you know that I'm lifting weights again, like continuously? So I'm gonna get bigger too. I'm gonna get bigger with less body fat. I'm gonna like you can't see it on camera, but I'm actually a pretty big. I'm a big guy. Okay, 200 220 pounds, 6'4". I'm pretty big. Sweet tooth. That's relatable. Yeah. Would you say that religious beliefs limits people from unblocking the brain's hidden power? Not necessarily religious beliefs. Religious belief are just one of, like, there are many different ways of programming. It's not necessarily religion which is the culprit. There are other things too. Religion actually can help with getting what you want and unlocking the brain's hidden power. I tell you what is the bigger problem. It's scientism. People that are materialists, materialistic worldviews are much more detrimental than religious views. Religious views can help. They can actually be positive. How would you go about manifesting clients in the sales industry? I don't understand. Sales industry? You want to manifest clients in sales, in the sales industry. So you want to teach them how to sell? Is that what you're trying to do? Please clarify. When you cut off certain friends or left certain environment, did you notice your manifestations were faster and your life seems to progress faster? Yeah, but I never had that problem of hanging around with the wrong crew. I was always the type of person that was rather by themselves than to hang out with the wrong crowd. I was always very selective about the people that I hang out with. I have very strong energy, so I'm able to deal with being alone, and that allowed me to literally not have to. Right now in my life, I don't deal with anyone I don't want to deal with. Like, my life is really under my control, and that's the result of me always being very, very specific and selective with who I want to be around. So I don't really have that problem. Never had it. While removing magic from, will you also remove, no comment, manifesting clients from a business? Oh, I see. Look, a client is essentially something. Once again, a business is nothing but providing the solution to somebody else's problem. And then you will have cash flow. A business is cash flow. So what you do, you find out what somebody needs and you provide the solution for it. Ideally at scale. You got a business now. So you got to find what people need and then you got to provide it to them. And you got to take your solution. And also, an important thing is, listen, when somebody needs, one second, you got to you got to sell benefits, not features. You got to say, sell benefits, not features. The person that is listening to you only cares about the solution of their problem. They don't care about what you do to do it. Okay? If you were to sell, if you were to sell, um, what was it a good example? If you are selling a person a car, a supercar, or let's put it differently. If you sell a guy a luxury car, you're selling the part. Why is he buying that? He's buying that to increase his status because he could also buy a Ford. A Ford would not raise his status as much as a Lamborghini would do it. Okay, so the reason why he wants a Lamborghini is he wants to increase his status. So you have to understand that. And when you sell the Lamborghini, you're not necessarily going to talk about all the features and how much nerds are interested in how it's actually produced and all the technical details. But most Lamborghini owners just want the car to increase their status. So if you want to sell a Lamborghini to the person, you got to make a clear connection between the object that you're selling and the benefit that they get from it, aka raising their status. Most people make the mistake of selling features. They assume that the person um, is just like them and is interested in the same things that they are. But that's a big mistake. What you got to do is you got to sell them exactly what they want. And what they want is the benefit, not the feature. Okay, that's how it's done. I haven't been in your channel in a while. That's the first thing I could tell. That you've been in the gym. You look great there, Frank. You mental as well. Very inspiring. I'm mental. You mental as well. You mean your mental state as well. You've grown and positive. Oh, okay. Yeah, I feel like that as well. I feel in a different place, much more positive, much better. than a year ago. I feel much better. I was I was in a worse place last year. I'm better now, definitely. Um, I was also gaining weight last year, which is not good. I was working too much last year. I was working way too hard, way too much. Overworked. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Better now. We just had 21 people on, right? Okay. Frank, what did you make for dinner? What did I do for dinner? What did I make for dinner? I was out eating. I went to the gym, then I had 2 coffees, uh, and then I had, um, it's hard to describe. It's like it's called, Spätzle, it's like, a type of pasta type of thing with a salad. That's what I had today. I didn't have that was at 5 PM, I think, 5 PM, so that was my only meal today. And tomorrow I gotta go train legs. I was doing cardio today, cardio and also some biceps and lower back. How often do you meditate? I meditate a minimum twice a day, but oftentimes it's more than that. So I would say on average, like 3, 4 times a day. But the thing is, the productivity increase that I get from meditation definitely makes it worth it. A lot of people might think, "Oh, that's a waste of time." Well, you meditate 4 times. No, I solve problems while meditating, or rather, those problems get solved by my mind while I meditate. You know, so it's a productivity increase. Is this channel going to grow quite big? I don't know. I don't know. I'm not really that interested in growing it much bigger. It might, especially when I talk about other things than Black Magic. Yeah, but that's not the focus. The focus is providing good content for the people who wanna take advantage of it. That's the focus. And if that brings more people in, that's good. Oh, you still only eat once a day, or you went back to regular 3 meals? No, I never ate 3 meals. The maximum that I eat are 2 meals, and I might have to. I'm building muscle now, so I need more protein, and that's very, very hard to do in 1 meal. So I eat twice, and later I'm gonna have a protein shake. But my protein shakes are like it's a lot of protein. When I put into a protein shake, it's not just like a 1 scoop. I take like 1 scoop of protein powder, which is around 30 grams of protein, 4 eggs, which is around how much protein is in 1 egg? Does anyone know? How much protein is in 1 egg? The protein per egg. 13 grams of protein. Me, it says 13. Okay, well, let's say it's 6 grams. So let's meet in the middle. Let's say it's 8 grams of protein. So 32 grams of protein. Or let's say, let's make it 40 grams of protein from the eggs, 30 grams of protein from the protein powder, you know, and then some coconut oil, almond milk, and spinach. That's a killer shake, man. It's a really good shake. That's good protein, you know. Do you think capitalism and free enterprise will be a thing of the past? Um, no, I don't think so. Okay, well, that's actually a very difficult question, my friend. Very difficult to answer. But what I'm pretty sure about is that there will always be islands of capitalistic activity in this on this planet. Europe is actually moving into socialism. The same with the U.S. Believe it or not, America is going to be very socialistic. It's because the majority of the population has bought into an agenda that is actually anti-American. Believe it or not, you see what I mean? The enemies of America have won against America. They have, you know. Half the country hates the country and is working on destroying it and restructuring it. So America is going to move into the same direction. See, Europe is lost. Europe has been lost or like, I'm talking about Western Europe. I'm talking about the European Union. The European Union has been lost for the longest time, and the EU really was just see when you got 24 different countries or more, 30 different countries in Europe on the continent. They're very hard to control, right? But how do you get them all in line, and how do you control them all? You create something called the European Union that you control through Brussels, and European legislations or legislations from the European Parliament are senior to the laws passed by the individual governments. So if you own the European Union, you basically own the entire continent, and that's basically what the U.S. has been doing. The U.S. was controlling all of Europe through the European Union. Now, that made Europe make a lot of decisions that are not in the best interest of the European people. They were in the best interest of, let's say, America. They were in the best interest, or the ruling class of America. Okay, like obviously, America or American politics doesn't make decisions that are based on your best interests. That are America is not a democracy. America is a plutocracy, kleptocracy almost. You know, so it's an oligarchy. That's been, I think, oligarchy is a better word for it. So, but now this hegemony, which is basically a special status, is over. America is too weak right now. America is weakened, and can no longer keep everything in line. So now other forces are rising, other powers are rising up. And even Europe is now moving to ally itself with other forces other than America. Even though Europe was so close with America, right? Used to be, but no longer. Not anymore. In the past, it was like Europe was looking up to America a little bit because, well, it's like kind of like the big brother, but no longer at all. People have lost a lot of respect and faith in America, which I understand. It is an oligarchy, yeah. Yeah, the land of the free is all an illusion. Yeah, yeah. Are the enemies the government? Mm, I think, yeah. I mean, the governments are they have a completely diametrically opposed interest than the people. It always starts like this. You have like or let's say in the case of America, it started like this. You literally had like people that ran away from tyranny in Europe, and they created their own country. Then they had a war with the indigenous population. They won the war, and then they started their own colonies. Actually, the war went on much longer than that, right? You're all familiar with the history. Now, back then, government was really, really, really small, and the lessons learned from being in Europe, they tried to make sure that the government wouldn't get too big. You know, that's one of the reasons why the Second Amendment is there and all that stuff, right? Now, Over time, America, however, turned into the very same thing that it used to it used to fight, just basically a tyranny. Government is something that is self-serving. It doesn't serve the people. Government is a bureaucracy that steals energy from the people, steals money from the people through taxation, and it preserves itself. The people in the government have a self-serving interest, and they just got to sell it to the population in one way or another. Listen, we're doing that in your best interest. No, they're not doing that in your best interest. At the end of the day, what you turn into is a tax slave. We're all tax slaves for the government. So um, the governments are the enemy for sure, but there's definitely powers beyond the government that are controlling the governments. It's like the president doesn't run the show. You know, government doesn't run the show. It's the forces behind government. You know, I once heard of a yogi who lived for around 300 years, sustaining himself with these practices. He got tired of living, so he started eating 3 meals a day to shorten his lifespan. Yeah, calorie restriction is definitely a way to live longer. What types of beings are on the moon? Do ETs use the moon for almost like galactic airport? No comment. No comment on that. You're not lying if you are single with no kids. Say goodbye to your money. Is it better if you if you're married? I don't know. That might be that might be not true. Hmm. Have you traveled to India? No. And I actually have no intention of traveling to India. Really, there's nothing about that place that interests me. To be honest, I don't know why, but it's just not interesting to me. Maybe in the future, maybe in the future, but for now, I'm not interested at all. Yes, if you're a single mom with kids, the government gives you a lot of assistance. Yeah, yeah, and they also make you. Let's say you get food stamps. They only let you get certain brands with it, and brands that are literally toxic and intoxicating, and shortening the lifespan of the people getting them. Like all of this is very intentional. They're literally poisoning people on welfare and shit. So, is the Kabbalistic cross alone sufficient as a banishing? Yeah. 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 Okay, we got 20 people on. All right. Now, today's live stream was supposed to be on money magic. Okay. So we can talk about money magic. But before that, I need to make some. Uh, okay. So, yeah, I got to make an announcement. Just the following. Okay. I'm also going to put out a YouTube video with that, with this information. I'm going to stop teaching witchcraft. I'm going to stop teaching work with spirits because I realize that's not what people want, or rather, that's not what people need. Maybe they want that, but that's not what people need. I've been doing this for many years now, where I've been teaching how to work with spirits and how to get information from spirits and so on and so forth. But it's not what people need. Is what people actually need is the essence of the teachings received from the spirits. So what I'm going to teach in the future is how to access the powers of your mind, how to access the hidden abilities of your mind to get what it is that you want. It's going to be more like a life coaching thing. It's going to be more focused on life coaching, different aspects of your life, different areas, which I'm already talking about, like money magic and then all this other stuff. But we're not going to call it money magic. We're going to we're going to call it applied law of attraction and accessing the hidden abilities of your mind, something like that. Yeah. And I'm going to teach you how you can access the different abilities in your mind, things that I've learned from working with the spirits for more many decades. Okay, and those things are going to be taught in courses in a certain format. They're going to be live calls multiple times a week, twice a week. Um, you know, lots of content, lots of information for everybody to access who wants to be on there, and it's going to be, like I said, a life coaching. I'm changing my life right now, where I'm basically going to be in multiple different locations all over the world. Okay, I'm gonna I'm gonna no longer be based in one place. I'm gonna have multiple locations all over the world. You're gonna see me travel. You're gonna be with me. I'm gonna take you all into those different locations. I'm gonna show you the world a little bit, and along the way, I'm gonna teach you how to access the powers of your mind to, maybe, I don't know, if you want to manifest a life like that as well. You're going to learn all the tools that you need. Okay, how does that sound? Or you can use it for whatever it is that you want, but the important thing is that you learn how to access the secret abilities that are in your mind, and that's exactly what I'm going to teach you. And also, you know I know a lot. Okay, I'm very, very broad in what I can help you. I'm going to coach you on business. I'm going to coach you on um, I'm going to coach you on money and investing. I'm going to coach you on um, seduction. You know, I know a lot of you don't agree with me in terms of how to run your relationships, but seduction. Everybody wants to learn seduction, psychic seduction. At least understand that topic, right? And there are so many other things that I talk about or can talk about. So it's going to be more like a life coaching, yeah. And I'm still looking at the format and how to do that. But it's probably going to be $100 a month for all of that, and you can learn 24/7. You're going to have access to content 24/7, and it's going to be like applied law of attraction. That's what we're going to call it. We're going to learn all of this, all of the essence of what I know on all the different topics, and yeah, that's where it's going to go from now on. That's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to help you with. Okay. So no more black magic, witchcraft, and spirit talk. Okay. It's going to be applied law of attraction, which I think is what you really need. You don't need a fantasy. You don't need things that you can't apply. You don't need theoretical stuff. What you need is concrete help with improving your life and taking it to the next level. And that's what I'm going to give you. Hell yeah, how to get several passports and citizenships. I'm definitely not going to talk about that on YouTube, my friend. Certainly not on YouTube. I'm definitely not going to talk about that. You can do that when you have the resources to do that. Like, I'm doing it right now. I'm going to be in multiple places. You're going to see me there. There, like, look. I mean, throughout the year, I'm going to live in different places. I'm going to have a main residence, yeah, somewhere, but overall, I'm going to have many different residences. Going to travel. I'm basically going to travel the world the next couple of years. And as I'm doing that, and as I'm building my business empire through acquisitions and investing and all that stuff, I'm going to also coach you. You can be part of you can be part of this journey with me and learn how to do that stuff yourself. Okay, if we want the witchcraft, we have to set up a consultation with you. Um, well, I'm undecided about that. Undecided about that. Because I don't think most people want witchcraft. Most people want the results that come from learning witchcraft. And you only deal with spirits in order to learn the secrets that I'm going to teach you anyways. So why do you need the spirit stuff? So why do you need the witchcraft stuff? What you need is knowledge that I'm going to give you. Yeah, I want that life. No fixed location, digital nomad. That's the future, my friend. That's the future. I'm telling you, like in 10, 20 years, everybody's going to fucking do that. Everybody who can is going to do that. Plus, with what's coming 2030, you better learn how to build a lifestyle like that. Otherwise, you're going to be a fucking slave. I promise you. So this is the future. This is what I'm telling you right now is going to be normal. Okay. Why the fuck do you need to live in one location? Can you tell me? Like, why? The only reason why you would need to do that is because you got a job, a 9 to 5. You see? Like, and you can change that around. You can change that and just be free. Just go wherever the fuck you want. And hey, it's not even that expensive. Look, I mean, for the most part, I'm gonna live in Airbnbs and hotels and like, if I'm gonna wake up in the morning and I'm gonna be like, where should I go? I've never been to whatever. I've never been to India. I'm gonna fly to India and live in a hotel for 2 weeks there, just for fun, and I'm gonna do my thing. And then from there, let's go to Dubai. From there, I'm gonna go to London. From there, I'm gonna just stay there for weeks. Paris, Stockholm, just chilling, just chilling. Berlin. What's coming in 2030? The Great Reset is coming in 2030, man. The Great Reset. Universal basic income with complete control over your life. The government's going to control you completely. It's going to know everything about you. Have you by the balls. Like that. Yeah. I'm surprised, I did some really intense cardio session today, and usually that fucks me up for real. Like cardio is like, hey, I can lift weights all day, not a problem, right? But cardio always fucks me up. Like really running, long runs, long distance running, that really fucks my nervous system up, right? But today, no problem, man. I'm super energized. I don't know what it is, but it's different. My body's reacting different to this thing. I don't know why. Don't know what it is. Is anyone here who experiences the same? Running is so hard on your nervous system, isn't it? It really is. So, Frank, you're saying you're going to be fucking different bitches around the world? The international bronze dawn? Yeah, but see, guys, the thing is, for the YouTube algorithm, we need to stop cursing. Okay, like saying the F word and shit like that. Nonsense. You get what I mean? That's what it is. I probably should start a fucking new channel. Anyways, so Frank, you're saying you're going to be fucking different bitches around the world. The international bronze dawn. I'm already doing that. I got girls in multiple countries, but yeah, it's probably going to be more. Yeah, I'm also going to find. I need a girlfriend that wants to travel with me as well. Wants to travel the world with me. That's what I also have to look for. Because right now I'm single, and I'm not necessarily. Well, I'm not in a serious relationship, so I'm gonna have to find a chick that wants to do that too. At least for the next couple of years. You know. But what sounds better? A 9 to 5 job at Starbucks that she hates anyways, or everything paid for, international lifestyle, traveling the world, staying in 5-star hotels and just chilling there. Right. It's legs for me, which I have tomorrow. Kills me every time. Legs for me. Hey, I got legs tomorrow too. I got legs and abs. What I'm gonna do tomorrow. Legs, maybe I don't do it intensely enough, but legs, I don't think legs is like on my. I recover from legs pretty fast, but I might be different. But it's maybe I'm not doing it intense enough. That could also be the case. Yeah. Frank, you're the man. Foreign women are always the way to go. Yeah, I guess so. Uh, I'm afraid if you go to Colombia, we won't hear from you again. Is it that good? Is it that good? I heard very, very good things about Colombia. Actually, I've heard very good things about Colombia. It's actually a really, really in the next 20 or 30 years, Colombia is one of the hot spots for economic growth. Actually, so it's got a great future, and the women are supposed to be amongst the hottest in the world. I think I heard Venezuela and Colombia have the hottest women in the world. That's what I heard. Not completely sure, but there's always this competition, you know. Some people say Croatia. I've never been to Croatia either. Croatia is supposed to have the most beautiful women. Some people say Sweden. Nobody says England. There's nobody that says England has the most beautiful women in the world. Um, you know, where there are very beautiful women. Cuba. I went to Cuba in 2017, where it was still possible. Nowadays, like who wants to go to Cuba, right? But Cuba has a lot of beautiful women. Man. A lot of them, really hot. Uh, all right, Frank, you're the man. Foreign women are always the way to go. Okay, wrestling has busted my CNS up today. Running didn't prepare me for that kind of cardio conditioning. Yeah, I find that lifting heavy with squats is just as taxing as cardio. Yeah, it is kind of cardio, right? Frank might get married in Colombia to some gorgeous, loyal chick. Why would the bronze not get married, if I may ask? Even though, okay, the what's the law in Colombia like? Plus, my Spanish is not that good. I don't know. Okay, well, if she speaks good English, why not? Hmm. Well, who knows? Maybe I'm gonna go. The bronze dawn is gonna come come at you from Colombia, right? With my nice Colombian chick next to me with a nice hat, and she serves me a nice drink. Your bronze dawn is coming at you, teaching you the secrets of the mind. No, it ain't gonna happen. I don't think so. I have bigger plans, man. I have a purpose that is way, way too big. You know, I have a big purpose coming up. So, what do you think in terms of locations away from slave systems? South America, Southeast Asia? Yeah, but you need to be in a country. I guess you need to be in a country that is that is poor enough to be uninterested to be not interesting to the system. Okay, so you need a good amount of poverty, but at the same time a little bit of infrastructure. Paraguay is probably a good place to be at, and Paraguay has its own. I think Paraguay is a net exporter of food, so they won't have any problems with food shortages. You know, if in case there's a food shortage or something like that. Listen, you know what's going to happen this winter in Europe, in Germany or the surrounding countries? Because these idiots, man, fucking we're messing with Russia because Russia invaded Ukraine. Germany put sanctions on Russia, and Russia delivers like I think 50% of the gas and oil that Germany needs for heat. Literally, and food stuff. Food shortages are also going to come because Ukraine is such a big importer of grains. So the Germans were that stupid. They literally put sanctions on the country that controls their gas supply, gas and oil supply. Now, how dumb can you be, right? And the Russians, they've already reduced they reduced their their supply of oil and gas by 80%. And we're in summer, okay? This is summer. Nobody's noticing because nobody's freezing at home, right? Wait till winter hits. Wait till winter hits. I'm telling you, Germany is going to be fucked. It's going to be one of the hardest winter since 1945, which is the end of the Second World War. People are going to be fucking freezing to death. I'm telling you, people are going to be freezing to death because of this idiocy of the German government. How dumb can you be? Well, of course, they're in the pocket of the Americans. The Americans are like, listen, listen, you need to fight this proxy war for us. You got to sanction the Russians in the name of America, in the name of freedom. And Germany is such a fucking ridiculous puppet state. It's not even funny. And they mess with the Russians. It's bad. Uh, so does I hope that answers your question. Where would you say your motivation comes from? My motivation comes from my purpose. I know my purpose, and that's where my motivation comes from. The closer you are to your purpose, the more your life will feel like an adventure, and the more energy you're going to have to make those things happen. And when you feel down, you got to find a way to restructure your life so that you live closer in harmony with your purpose, and then the energy is going to come back, and the universe is going to start helping you. How much money we need as a baseline, and what's the end game of all the Russia be the West? Oh my God, how much money do we need as a baseline? You need as a baseline. It depends on where you go, I guess. Different countries have different prices. But if you go to Thailand, for instance, if you go to Thailand with 1,500 euros, which is around $2,000, you can rent a house plus cleaners, meaning people that clean the house, plus a maid, plus all kinds of different services that you might need. You might even include your car payments for that. Okay, so 2,000 buys you a huge house, including swimming pool, garden, staff for the house to keep it clean and work on it and stuff like that, and that's it. And for groceries, you might need maybe 200, 300 a month. So if you make 3,000 a month and you move to Thailand, you're the man. You know, Thailand is super cheap. So it depends on where you go. Now, if you wanna live in Dubai, you need more, obviously. You know, uh, yeah, like I said, you don't need a lot of money in a lot of places. It depends on where you go. You see. So as a baseline, listen, if you make 5 grand a month, and somebody says 3,000 a month in Thailand is overkill, yeah, exactly. But I mean, in the US or in Europe, 3,000 is not that much, you see? But if you take that money and use it in Thailand, you're the man. You're the pimp daddy or whatever you want to call that. You get what I mean? You can be balling out over there, you know? And if you like Thai chicks, if you like Thai women, then that's paradise for you, right? So there's also I talked to a girl yesterday. Was it yesterday? I think it was yesterday. And she actually told me about that. She lived there for a while. It was actually just yesterday. And and I told her, yeah, well, it's too bad I don't like Thai women. But if I'd like Thai women, then I guess it would be paradise for me. And she said, well, yeah, but you got to be really careful that it is actually a woman because there's so many lady boys out there, right? So if you're into that, I guess if you like lady boys, then you're really in paradise, I guess. Right? No offense to anyone here. Okay, I'm not trying to offend anyone here with making fun of your country, right? But I guess there are a lot of a lot of Thai chicks. Another thing, man, that I noticed in the last time I was in the US was in Los Angeles, right, in 2019. And one thing that I noticed that I was actually kind of embarrassed about was all the gay people that were like over the top gay and like transsexual and shit like that, where you could actually see it's a fucking man. Okay, they were all black. Like literally, I did not see one white he she it's man woman whatever do that or other cultures. I just saw all I saw was black guys looking like fucking football players, NFL quarterbacks or something like that, acting and dressing like women and shit like that. It was so weird. It was so weird. It was really embarrassing. Like to me, it was embarrassing. To me, it was really. I felt so embarrassed. I was weird. Why is that only black guys doing that? Because I didn't see anyone else doing that. It was weird. It was weird to me. So, uh, there's and you don't listen. You don't see that here. Trust me. Only in America. Only in America you're gonna see that. You won't see that here. Nobody. Like that's strange. I've never seen that here. Promise you, never seen that here. So, and what's the end game for all the Russia be the West madness? Well, Ukraine is going to be owned by Russia. Listen, the U.S. is weakened. Okay, so the U.S. has a problem right now. Okay, uh, so you got four different areas in the world where um, the U.S. is trying to destabilize those areas. Okay, why? Because those areas are connected to their biggest opponents. Okay, so you got let's say Taiwan, for instance. The U.S. is trying to start a war in Taiwan. Of course, it's going to be a proxy war because the U.S. won't go directly to war with China. They're gonna help militarily. They're gonna help Taiwan to fight China, but that's a bad idea because the Chinese obviously they're gonna know who's behind that, right? So you've seen that Nancy Pelosi, started provoking China by visiting Taiwan, even though they told her stay out of Taiwan, but she went there anyways, right? Ukraine, another place. Ukraine and Russia. Um, they're trying to they've been training the Ukrainian military for years and years and years and years. You know, in order to create struggles and problems between Russia and Ukraine. Okay. Um, so the bottom line is this: the and another enemy is Iran, by the way, and Israel. Israel is not an enemy, but Israel is a way to create a lot of trouble in the Middle East. And the more destabilized the world, the more strong, relatively speaking, the U.S. can stay. So the U.S. is doing everything it can to destabilize different places in the world. Okay, why? Because the power of America is declining, and the way to deal with that is, see, we sabotage the efforts of, let's say, China, for instance, to create this one road or one belt, one road initiative, which is essentially a connection throughout the entire globe or the Eurasian continent, basically connect every single country with each other as a trade road, which would put China in charge because China is financing this whole thing. Okay, now when China finances that, they of course create the infrastructure, but when you finance the infrastructure, you also own the infrastructure, the new Silk Road. Exactly, that's what I'm talking about. So when this project is finished, China is effectively ruling the world, And the US, of course, has to do everything in their power to prevent that from happening, because then their influence on the European continent is over. So the US is scared, and like it has to, they have to create a lot of problems throughout the world. So the end of the story is going to be that Ukraine is going to be completely owned by Russia, of course, after this war, but they're not going to destroy it. They're going to build it up. And you forget that Ukraine is extremely valuable territory. They provide 25% of the entire world's supply of grain. They have so many resources, you see. So Russia is going to have a new beautiful part that is super lucrative, and they're going to build it up, and they're going to treat the population very well. And those people are going to be happy to be part of Russia. That's the end of the story. And you can't stop that from happening. The US is just trying to slow down its decline. And to be honest, I think the people in charge are not, they don't know what to do either. They don't know what to fucking do. I don't think they really have a plan on how to move things into the future. Because America is so used to being in charge. America is so used to have the upper hand. They can't deal with real force and power and opposition. And never underestimate the Russians. Never underestimate the Russians. The Russians are fucking warriors. I'm telling you, it's a completely different game. They play completely different. The Russians are fucking, like, you can say whatever you want about them, but the Russians can fight. The Russian military is the strongest in the world. Way stronger than the American military. Way stronger than the American military. The American military is just big and overfinanced. But since when has the US won a war on land? When's the last time the US military has won a war on land? They didn't win in Iraq. Didn't win in Afghanistan. Didn't win in Vietnam. Right? Didn't win in Korea. They won in the Second World War, and that's not. And America started joining the war once it was already won. The Russians actually beat the Germans. It was the Russians that beat the Germans through in Stalingrad. You know. So the Russians did all the dirty work. They lost more than I think how many? I think 5 million Russians were killed during the occupation during the war with Germany. Some crazy number. Hold on. How many Russians were killed during World War II? How many Russians were killed? How many Russians killed in World War II? Whoa! Holy shit! 27 million Soviets lost their lives in World War II. 11.4 of those were military people. Okay, so they lost 11.4 million soldiers fighting the Germans. And overall, because the Germans would, of course, kill civilians, overall, 27 million people. All right, that's the casualties of World War II. So Russia basically beat Germany in the Second World War, and the Americans basically came in when the war was already won. Germany was already too weak to win, and then the Americans came in. You know, so even then, like the American military is not that strong. You see, so Russia cannot be underestimated. And I think the American leaders know that. I think the Americans know that they should never face Russia head to head in an actual confrontation military. You know. Any thoughts on Africa and Mexico for potential economic growth? Uh, Mexico is very dependent on America, and America's future does not look good. Therefore, Mexico's future is not going to be super like. Mexico is partially dependent on America, partially not so much, but overall it's going to be stagnating. I would say it's like not some crazy growth that you're going to see in Mexico. You know, Africa slowly, you're going to see an upgrade. Some of the biggest growing or fastest growing economies are in Africa, and the next 50 years are going to be a great time for Africa. Absolutely. Um, is a purpose something a person spiritually assigned to do, or is it something he decides he wants to do? Uh, if I had to pick between the two, it would be something that the person's assigned to do. It's their natural role that they have to play. Learn Muay Thai. I heard some women in Thailand aren't real women. Apparently, it's a lot of women, a lot of lady boys. I guess those Thai chicks are risky. Never know what they're packing down there. Yeah, I can't wait to go to Thailand. I have plans to go to get Sakian tattoos. A lot of them were assaulted as little boys and by their own family. It's really sad. So you're talking about the? Are you talking about the guys, the dudes that act like girls? Maybe the new Silk Road. Okay, when do you think the next Antichrist will come? I'm not going to talk about that shit. Russia, a good future location to stay. I don't know. I don't know enough about that place. I don't think if you speak the language, if you don't speak the language, I don't think it's a good place to stay. To be honest, you would need to know a lot of people there. I guess you would need to know powerful people that can help you. Would you say overall that America is basically lost now? So many people are miserable there. I mean, no, it's just a country in decline. That's what I'm saying. It's a country in decline where the best times are over, and it's only downhill from here. Downhill from here. And even Ray Dalio, um, Bridgewater hedge fund manager, actually one of the, I mean, he's the founder of the most successful hedge fund in history, Bridgewater Associates. Even he said that America has a 30% chance, which is a third, 1 in 3 chance that there will be a civil war in America, a civil war in America within the next decade. So between now and 2030, you know. So I mean, you tell me, with all this debt, America should look like fucking Disney World everywhere. You know, with all the money being spent by the government, like where's that money going? You have the fucking reserve currency. Where's that going? But instead of like using that for the infrastructure, you see destroyed roads everywhere. You know, I mean, the crime is just insane. Crime is insane. You know, you have a for-profit prison system. Like, how fucking dirty is that? You tell him, like, fuck. It's an entire industry that is dependent on producing criminals, essentially. And you know what's funny? The people that own the private prisons also own the music corporations that are intentionally putting out music that are incentivizing youth to become criminals. What's going to happen to a youth that constantly hears about, oh, kill, 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 shoot, 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 kill, 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 shoot, 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 take drugs, take drugs, take drugs? What's going to happen to a kid? And what are kids listening to? That's all they're listening to. That's all they listen to. Fucking what are these rappers called these days? 6ix9ine, Takashi 6ix9ine, blah blah blah. That's all. So those people are being pushed. They're promoted so that they produce a generation of criminals that will be fed in a pipeline to the prison system. It's so dirty. It's so dirty. So I don't know. It's just dirty. It's just nasty. Like, how the fuck can you like do that, right? So, and many other problems: the crime, the poverty, the homelessness, education. Look, um, yeah, it's just on the decline. It's on its way to decline. What can I say? Obviously, it's not the worst country in the world, but it's definitely not the best either. It's like somewhere in the middle, I guess. It's definitely not the Congo, okay? But there are definitely better places to live for sure. Americans don't know American history, let alone about other places. Yeah. There's this. Hold on. Yeah, there's this line by Talib Kweli. Talib Kweli is a famous rapper, conscious rapper, and in the intro he says something about you tell some of these people, you tell some of these brothers, Mumia is on death row, and they think he's rapping for Suge Knight. So it's, it's Mumia is on death row. He's rapping for Suge Knight. Yeah, that's what a lot of people think. The renowned philosopher and prophet Cardi B. Yes, exactly. Um, so what places would you recommend for people to live who don't want to live in America anymore? What would I recommend? It depends on what you want. Depends on what you like. Depends on what you like. Do you like sunshine? Do you like cold weather? Do you like how much money can you spend? How much money do you want to spend? I mean, at the end of the day, it boils down to, do a lot of people speak English there? Number one. Number two, how expensive is it? Those are the two things. And yeah, that's it. Listen, where I live, where I live, there are actually a lot of Americans here. And pretty much all of them, they want to stay. Pretty much all of them love it here. A lot of them get married to a German woman or something like that. Or they start businesses here. Like just the other day, I saw this. It's actually a cool idea. The guy, he started a barber shop, but it's like a high end barber shop with a bar. They got a bar inside the barber shop. It's pretty cool. I haven't checked it out yet. I will. But he's American too. He opened that here. Uh, it's a good idea. You know. Um, but if you have a problem with if listen, Germany is very the weather here sucks. Really, it's really bad. Also, the bureaucracy here is not is annoying. Okay, so you're gonna. It's not the best place. It's definitely one of the worst places to start businesses. Germany is not business friendly because it kills the innovation. It makes everything so complicated. It's just annoying. It's just annoying. Frank, have you ever been to Australia? Nope. That's definitely on my list though. But I've always avoided that because it's a 24-hour flight, pretty much. Even if I have to fly to America, it's like 12 hours and I'm good. Okay, 12 hours, I'm good on the plane. That's enough for me. But 24 hours on a plane, I would take like I don't know. Yeah, but sooner or later I'm gonna have to Australia, but I would have to have a good reason to go there. But I've avoided it because like 24-hour flights, 24-hour flights. Let's say I take off in what's that? Let's say I leave in Frankfurt and I fly to Sydney, right? Frankfurt, Sydney. Let's say I would fly today. It's actually not bad. It's pretty much. Uh, Let me check. Oh fuck! 29 hours, 26 hours, 42 hours, 40 hours, of course with overlay. But fuck, are you gonna travel for 40? Are you gonna, man? It's not that you that the stay at the. It's pretty much 2 days. It's not that the stay at the airport is super relaxing, right? So if I don't have to go to Australia, I'm probably not gonna go to Australia. You know? Who knows? I mean, at least once. I at least have to go there once, at minimum. Um, or maybe I can do it like this. I go to a location that is much closer to Australia, stay there for a couple weeks, and then fly to Australia. And maybe that. But man, I don't want to travel for 40 hours. It's go to California, then Mexico, then Australia. Yeah, that could be something. All right. Mm, they make mad money from prisoners. Yes. Yeah. And it is said that 1 in 3 black men at any given time, or what? Hold on, what is it? There's a crazy percentage of black men being in prison, in the prison system, in some way or another. It's insane. Like, how? Like, even if you say, okay, the crime rate is higher, like you telling me you're telling me that 1 in 3 people go to prison, even if the crime rate is higher. It can't be that high. Can't be that high. So it's rigged. It's 100% it's rigged. That is so fucked up. And like I said, there's an entire machinery behind it. There's a system. There's a system. Slavery never ended. Still going on. It's just well, they call it the new Jim Crow, right? Yeah, they make mad money from prison. I get that. Well, we no longer have freedom of speech. I see you get in trouble for anything you say. Behind the eras of decline, are there entities and spiritual forces feeding? Well, yeah, the American egregore but it's normal. That's a look behind the scenes. There's a game of energy going on, right? You got egregores, so you got spirits behind it, right? It's something that I explained the other day. It's basically the game must go on. The game always has to go on. So um, when one entity, you know, if one entity would absorb the energy of the entire game, the game would stop. That can't happen. Therefore, at one point, everything has a shelf life. Any company will will go bankrupt at one point, no matter how big it is, no matter what corporation it is. Amazon has a shelf life. Same with any empire has a shelf life. You can even look back in history, and I think on average the shelf life is around 200 years, 250 years, or something like that. And America is actually overdue when we look at the average time. I think America has been there for like 289 years or something like that. So the shelf life is expired, and now it's time for another force to come up to take the reign, and that's going to be China for the most part. Mm. Um, I shortly watched a new show. One of the messages on a sticker in a scene said "Destroy yourself." Definitely imprinting the subconscious. Yeah. So what places? Okay, got that. I want warm weather. I speak Spanish and English. Somewhere in the jungle would be nice. Yeah. Look, I don't even think it's that hard. Okay, like you heard it. Like Thailand, as Americans, it's very easy to get residence in Thailand. It's not hard. Now, you might have a problem being taxed twice. Did you know that America is one of the only country or one of the two only countries in the world that taxes you by citizenship? So no matter where you go with an American passport, you're still going to be taxed by the American government. Isn't that crazy? They try to propose some shit like that in Germany too. So they want to tax Germans based on their passport. Now, if they do that, I'm gonna burn my passport. Okay, bye. I'm gone. Like, you kidding me? That's insane. But America already does that. So I don't know if there's a way around that, but uh, unless you want to be taxed twice, or you go to a place where you don't pay any taxes, and then you only pay American taxes. How about that? So, but the bottom line is this: we already discussed there are many locations where you don't need a lot of money and you're going to live a great life. You know, AKA Thailand. If you like Thai girls, it's a great place. I guess. I heard they're very friendly to foreigners. Cheap drinks. You can party like a fucking crazy person. A lot of people go there. Right? So Finbar I don't know what Finbar magic is. Oh, off topic. How can I remember my dreams? You focus on them. You start a dream journal and write down your dreams every morning. You wake up, write down your dreams every morning. Write down your dreams every morning, and then you're gonna start remembering them. What you focus on always increases. So when you want to increase your ability to remember dreams, you just focus on remembering the dreams. That's literally it. Uh, the plantations used to be in rural areas. Then, after it was abolished, they created a system to make cities a new plantation. Okay, yeah, I'm sure. That's I'm sure there's some truth to that. Absolutely. All right. Do we have some more questions? Uh, just checking. A second. Do you guys have some more questions? Actually, I wanted to do a live stream on Money Magic, right? That was the plan. That was the plan. Stick to the plan, man. Stick to the plan. Stick to the script. Gotta stick to the script. So, Money Magic. The Bronze Dawn. When are you coming to California again? Dear Bronze Dawn. No plans. I don't have plans right now to come to America, to California. Did you know that my ex was from California? Actually, she was from California. So if I had still been with her, I might have come to California, and especially Christmas or something like that. But now I really don't see a reason why I should go to California. To be honest, I really don't. I might I might come to New York early next year. Gotta meet some people. Miami and New York are pretty much the locations that I'm gonna have to go to early next year. So, but that's South and East Coast. So, I guess. How do you energize an idea? By thinking about it. Do you have to take mundane actions in combination? You will automatically take mundane actions. When you think about something long enough, you will automatically take actions. The key is to get emotionally involved with what you're thinking about, which will happen if you think about it long enough. Try this. Use a certain affirmation. Okay, I'm the greatest. I'm the greatest. I'm the greatest, and just think that all the time. After a couple minutes, you will feel different. You will start feeling different. Your body language is going to change, and you're going to have a different outlook on the world, and you're going to see that the world is actually going to start treating you differently too, because you shine. We're all kind of like tuned into other people's internal dialogue. What you think is secret going on in your mind is not that secret. Everybody kind of like feels that, right? How do you know? When you see a person somewhere in public, don't you get like an instant gut feeling of where they're at? You know exactly what they're thinking about themselves. Like, oh, this person's worried, this person's insecure, this person's this, that, and the other. Right? So all you got to do is basically, so yeah, telepathy is a real thing. So what you have to do is basically just, what's the word? What's going on inside of you is going to shine out. So you have to control. You're going to take charge of what's going on inside of you, and that's going to attract certain things, and it's gonna affect the world around you. You know, your self-talk is super important. You know, so the bottom line is when you take charge of your inner world, automatically you will start taking charge of the outer world. Because we always bring chaos out of order. Sorry, we bring order out of chaos. The old Masonic saying, we do that automatically. Where do you live? Do they have a lot of vegetarian places? We live in Frankfurt, very close to Frankfurt. Yes, they do have vegetarian places. We have everything. We also have everything. Everything's here. Everything. You can get everything. To be honest, I didn't even know it was possible to be international citizens. So this is all new to me. Well, you don't have to be an international citizen. You know, that's not possible. You can't be an internet. Well, you can be a citizen of multiple different countries. That's true. Yes, of course you can do that. However, you don't even have to. You don't even have to. You know, you can travel and then look for a location. If you if you if you can generate income on the internet, you're location independent. So you need a location independent business, and that allows you to be wherever you want and go wherever you want. Do you have to get kind of delusional in the beginning when you start reprogramming yourself, like saying I'm the greatest when you're obviously not? Yes, that's how you start. But who wasn't delusional? Like everything great starts with delusion. You have to pretty much ignore the status quo and start creating something else. Mhm. Very true. Once change my self-talk and listen to the frank subliminals, people treat me different. It's the metaverse a real thing? No, the metaverse is just a manifestation of the astral plane, just a visualization of the thoughts that are going on, anyways. Now, when the metaverse, listen, what you have to know is basically you have to understand the power of platforms. Okay. By the way, if you want to create a $1 billion company or something like that, you should look at creating a platform business or something that can at least be turned into sort of like a platform. All right. What is a platform business? A platform business is essentially it's a virtual space that allows demand and supply for a certain good and service to meet. Example, Uber. Uber is a platform. Okay. It's an app that allows customers and providers of transportation to meet. Yeah. And with each transaction, Uber takes a cut. So the platform takes a cut. Now, platforms have a couple of special characteristics. Number one, there's something called a network effect, meaning the more people use the network, the more valuable it becomes. Why? In the case of Uber, for instance, when more people use that app, you have more providers of transportation, which means there's a more dense network. Okay, and at the same time, this will increase the demand because people can rely on it more. So they will use the app even more. Okay, and as people use the app more people are going to provide services because they can make money there, and so on and so forth. It's like an upward spiral. It's a positive feedback loop. That's what we call a network effect. Yeah. Um, Platforms are the businesses of the future, and if you look at the biggest companies in the world right now, they're all platform companies. They're all platforms. Amazon is a platform company more than anything. It provides the infrastructure where other suppliers meet customers, right? Now, of course, when Amazon sees a profitable product, it takes over that niche and kills the other business to provide. But I mean, I guess um, that's their privilege as monopolists, right? But in essence, Amazon is a platform business. What is Facebook? It's a platform. What is or should I say Meta, which is the new name for Facebook, right? Which is what is Apple? It's a network. How? Apple Music, what is that? The App Store. That's a platform, right? It's a platform. Of course, there are physical products too, but the iPhone, for the most part, is just an iPhone is really just a way of providing a network, right? What you get when you get an iPhone is you can put apps on your phone. So it's basically the super network that allows other apps, other networks to exist inside of its own network. That's what Apple is, right? So the future of value is to be able to connect people that provide value to people that want to consume value. Now, if you can pull this off, you will be richer than everybody else. That's where the real profit is. Platform businesses. You can already see. I gave you the examples. All of those, the biggest companies are platform businesses, and it will continue. Um, Now, usually, also what you see is that platform businesses also create economics of scale, which is basically economics of scale. Basically, just means that the bigger the business, the cheaper it can produce more. Okay, so example, economics of scale means Google has some fixed costs, right? Google is also a network. Uh, yeah, it's a network. They have some fixed costs, right, to run the servers, and there's some energy costs and staff. Those are fixed costs. But the more people use Google, YouTube is part of Google, for instance. Okay, the more people, and obviously you know the business model, they make money off advertising. The more people use it, the more money they make, and the less of a percentage the fixed costs are. That's what economics of scale are, and that allows them to reinvest more, and it's an upward spiral. It's a positive feedback loop. So network effect and economics of scale are two factors that platforms use the to dominate the economy, basically, and that's also why they're the biggest companies. So um, back to your question, why do I even say that? Well, back to your question, is the metaverse a real thing? The metaverse is another platform, you know, and a platform basically, like I said, they're a network that brings demand and supply together, but at the same time, it organizes energy. Economic energy is money. Okay, so it's an organization of energy. Yeah, that's what a platform is. And the metaverse is nothing but a visualization, something that allows you to clearly see the players in that economic interplay or in that exchange of energy. Okay, it makes it just easier to visualize and to understand the actual dynamics. Because let's say you book a ticket virtually in the metaverse, what's that going to look like? If you book a ticket virtually in the metaverse, you're going to have a virtual hologram pop up, and she's going to help you book the ticket, which is, let's say it's a virtual flight attendant, the hologram. She she helps you with picking the ticket, and if you got any questions, you can ask her, basically like a human flight attendant, but she's virtual. And that's what the metaverse is going to be. Maybe you have augmented glasses or augmented reality glasses to see that, or maybe it's just on your phone. Either way, it's just a way of improving the flow of economic energy. And in essence, that's what it's all about. How do you capture economic energy? So the metaverse is just another way of capturing that energy. So the bottom line is it real or not? Yes, of course it is real. But what is your definition of reality? You know, anything that has an effect is real. That is my definition. Anything that has an effect must be real. So even if I tell someone, listen, there's a spider on your shoulder, and I see the person jumping up and down, is the spider real now or fake? Well, obviously I made it up. It's just an idea, but the person reacted to it, right? On the other hand, the person actually has cancer but doesn't believe it, and I tell them, hey, you have cancer, but the person doesn't do anything. Is the cancer real now? In that moment, it's not real because it doesn't have an effect on the behavior of the person, right? Maybe that's not the best example, but the bottom line is what is reality is what has an effect, you see? So that would be my definition. You got to structure reality. That's really what it is about. As soon as you can structure reality, um, you will be able to direct the flow of energy. And if you're smart, you can use that to your advantage. I mean, at the end of the day, any business is just the structuring of economic energy. How do you capture economic energy and put it into the outlets that you want, right? So yes, the metaverse is real because it has an effect on people's behavior and people's perception of reality. 100%. How do you maintain a competitive advantage while serving the whole? You have to share value with the world, but what if your competitors are all ears? What if your competitors are all ears? Well, then if somebody can beat me, then they should beat me. It's like, okay, it's maybe a little bit simplistic the way I'm putting it here, but okay, how do I put it? How do you balance those two things out? It's it's like I said, like what I said in the beginning, or earlier. It's a game. Everything's a game of energy. And the most important thing is that the game keeps playing. Okay, even if you and I die tomorrow, the game would go on. Even if humanity and this entire planet just evaporates, the game of energy would still go on. Okay, so this game doesn't stop. In order for the game to keep playing, energy must flow inside of that game. As soon as one player accumulates too much energy, the system is going to destroy that thing because it becomes a parasite, it becomes parasitic. Okay? Becomes parasitic, and therefore it will be destroyed. It can survive for a certain amount of time in a parasitic state, but it will be destroyed. And the same with everything else. Because if that would work, and the end result of that parasitic state would be that all the energy is with this parasitic organism, and the entire game would stop because it had sucked up all the energy. That can't happen because the game has to go on. So nature has a self-protection mechanism where it will destroy parasitic entities, parasitic units, whatever you want to call that, right? You will see that with people too. People will be punished for parasitic behavior. They can do that for a certain amount of time, but you will see always, always, always that if they take more than they give back to the whole, they will be destroyed sooner or later. So, in my opinion, it depends, first of all, where are you in life? If you have nothing to give, then you got to be completely selfish and work yourself up to a point where you can actually give back a little bit. And you give back to compensate for that. You see, the system has to profit from you. The system has to benefit from you, and you will in turn be compensated for that. You know, there's nothing better. The ultimate organism is not a parasite. The ultimate organism is that the stronger it gets, the more the environment and the more the entire system benefits from its growth. You understand? And at that point, this is how you become actually unbeatable and indestructible. You want to become indestructible? The stronger you become, the more value it provides to the whole. This is one of the reasons why I'm doing this. I am giving back to the universe. I'm giving back to the universe. I'm I'm giving back to the universe in some way or another by providing value. You know, this is one of the ways that I do it. I also give to charity. I also give like I have a lot of ways in my life where I give back to the collective, and that in turn allows me to thrive and keep moving. What you will see with people that are only taking, only taking, only taking, they will self-destruct. I promise you, they will self-destruct. You can see that with criminals that are like they take a lot of money or they make a lot of money, they self-destruct at one point. You cannot just be parasitic because the whole nature will destroy you. You see, and there's this one rule that you better, like in my opinion, everybody follows this rule. Okay, obviously you're your own person. You can do whatever the fuck you want. But if there's one tip that I could give you, it's don't fuck with natural law. Okay, because you cannot beat the universe. A lot of people have tried it before us. They cannot beat the universe. Nobody can. Okay, so unless you want to you want to try to beat the cosmos, you respect natural law, and this is one of them. You have to be of value to the world in order to keep thriving and surviving. Otherwise, nature is gonna destroy you. And that's the simple reason for the demise of so many people. They don't understand that they're part of more than themselves. They're part of nature, you see? So you better just do this experiment. Just do this experiment. For the next week, for the next week, every homeless person that you see, give them $2, okay? It's not going to be that much money. But then see if it doesn't come back to you many-fold, okay? Just do that experiment for 1 week. That's all I'm asking. 1 week. Give every homeless person that you see $1 or $2. For you, that's nothing. But what's happening is it's an energy exchange where you're giving out energy. You're serving the whole. And the whole is going to start taking care of you, meaning you're going to get money from somewhere, guaranteed. Maybe not the same day, but very soon after. That's how the universe works, okay? You got to give in order to receive. If you just take, you will be destroyed. You will be removed from the system. You will actually self-destruct. The first is you're going to start hating yourself. You're going to hit depression. And then, like it's been tried many, many times. It's been tried many, many times. Do you think these people that are exploiting the planet, do you think they feel good? No, they're just rich. They're just wealthy. But they're fucked. They're messed up. They're messed up. They hate themselves. You see? That's the punishment for certain behavior. So what you got to do is you got to live in harmony with the laws of nature. So you said, how do you maintain a competitive advantage while serving the whole? Well, you got to create balance. Obviously, you can't just be completely all about others and all about the world. In my world, it's 80-20. I'm 80% about myself and 20% about the world. Other people, on the whole. I try to be a good person, and I think I am. I do believe that I'm a good person. Um, and that's how you do it. 80-20, in my opinion. Maybe when I'm old and like I've done everything that I wanted to do, then I can focus like then I can switch it up. 80-20. I can take care of my grandparents, I mean sorry, grandchildren. Like Ray Dalio, for instance. Ray Dalio, the that hedge fund manager, you know, like listen, all of these guys in their youth, um, they were ruthless. Absolutely. They had to be. In such an environment, you got to be ruthless in order to win. And back then, I'm sure his equation was like 90-10, 90% himself and 10% the environment. Then he had kids. Now that changes the equation, obviously. Now it's like 70-30. Now you're still working, you're still killing it in your career. So now it's 70% for yourself and for your own like growth, but 30% goes into other areas. Let's say your kids or you start caring about the society more because your children are going to be living in that society, right? And now you worry, okay, are they going to be good in the future? Are they going to be okay? Um, you start feeling a responsibility for leaving this place in a good state, even though you're not going to be there, right? And then now he's like in his 70s. He's worth, I don't know, like billions and billions and billions of dollars. Obviously, money's not a concern. And now he solely writes books and educates people to serve other people. So now the equation is like he's maybe living 10% for himself and 90% for the outside world. And I think that's a natural progression, ideally. It's a natural progression. And I guess that's what it is. You know. So I'm in a phase right now where I live 80% for myself and 20% for others. You know, a lot of people never reach, most people actually never get to the level where they become an asset to the world. Most people actually just take, they're net consumers or extractors, which is a bad place to be in, you know. And the fastest way to make money is actually to become a net producer. Your surroundings or other people. When I say surroundings, I'm not talking about your immediate surroundings. I'm talking about other people and the world as a whole has to benefit from you more than what you take. and then you're good. As long as you keep doing that, you'll be good. Trust me. Don't fuck with natural law. Yes. Next question. So your imagination is everything. Yeah. Also, how do you get a woman? By the way, that ties it. This topic ties into everything else. How do you get a woman or a woman that you want? Well, think about what you give that makes it worth what you want from her. Let's say you want her commitment, you want her love, you want you want her sexual exclusivity, you want her to be loyal to you and all of these things, right? Now that's a lot to ask for. Now what do you give in return? You see? And as long as you give that in return, what it's worth or more, then you're good. As long as you do that, you're good. You see? That's how it works. And how do you get a man? How do you get a man to commit to you? How do you get a man to do that? That's you know, you got to think yourself. Got to ask yourself too. What am I giving him so that that I can expect that from him? You know, what is it that you want from a guy, and what are you giving? What are you providing? I have news for you. It's not looks. Okay, part of it, but looks are not is not everything, and looks are very common. Beauty is common. Come on, let's be honest. Um, And once again, you can't fake that. This is another thing. You can't fake things. You can't fake that because it's really energy, you know? So you can't put loads and loads of makeup on you, have fake titties and use that because that's fake. It's not real. It's not real. You get what I mean? You have to actually provide value. But, sometimes I think that's why I never settled down or never have settled down because there was never a woman that could inspire me to be exclusive in a relationship with her and to be exclusive with her. Like I think that's the reason why I've never met a woman that could actually meet the exchange that could give me what I deserved. I think that's what I think was the case so far. You know, yeah. Um, but it's hard to meet my standards too. I get that. Most guys are happy with getting pussy once a week or so, or once a month, right? It's hard to make me happy. It's hard to please me. That's true. It's hard to please me. So, okay, Frank, would you be okay with being a billionaire? Of course. I would not be okay with that. I think a lot of problems in this world. I think 80% of all problems can be solved by just throwing money at them. So yeah, with being a billionaire, there are a lot of security risks, but you can pay for security. You can buy security, see? And you can do a lot of good things with billions in the bank. So yeah, of course, I would be good with being a billionaire. What are some other natural laws? Oh, Anna, there are many, many, many natural laws. Um, I'm at a dog birthday party for a client. Okay. Would you say having a lot of money attracts gold diggers more often? Course, of course, it attracts gold diggers. Yeah, most men are not with women of their dreams. That's why they look dead. Amen to that. Yes, that's true. Dogs at birthday parties. I would think at least I would think have at least three women is good because they all bring something to the table that you may need in your life, their own special quality. Yeah, I guess so. Be the person you would like to date and don't ever settle. Yeah, yeah. I think there's a lot of truth to that. I like that. Be the person you would like to date. Nah, that's kind of the person that I would like to date has big tits. So I, you get what I'm obviously joking here. Okay, I'm obviously joking. I get what you're saying. So you got to be at the level of what you want, right? I get it. Okay, I understand. I agree. Do you think you'll ever settle down one day, Frank? Will I ever settle down? Mm, one day, maybe. Yeah, I'm not ruling it out. I might settle down, definitely. But right now, I have no. Right now, I don't want to. Is the Grail of the Serpent text available for download? I don't know what text you're referring to. Will I ever settle down one, Frank? Will I ever settle down one day, Frank? I know that I will have children. I know that for sure. I've looked into the future. I know that I'm gonna have kids. But what does settling down mean? You know, what's your definition of settling down? Like having a house, picket white fence, and having the same fucking routine every single day. I think I'm never gonna do that. I think I will never do that. Even when I'm 70, 80 years old, I'm still gonna have adventures in my life. I'm gonna be like a senior superhero. That's what I'm gonna be like. I'm gonna be like a senior superhero that is trying to extract the secrets of the universe uh, from esoteric books and stuff like that. That's what I'm gonna be. Besides that, I'm looking for the secrets of immortality, anyways. So that's my adventure. That's my adventure. So settling down, what does that mean? I don't know. You know what I need? I need a woman that is completely loyal to me, somebody that I can actually trust, and which is hard enough to find, and that is also adventurous. That's going to do all of these adventures with me, and obviously is beautiful. That's what I need. The rest, I'll take care of it. She doesn't need any money. She doesn't need any. All she needs is loyalty and adventurousness and good looks. That's what she needs. The rest, I'm going to take care of. And she doesn't even need to be that adventurous because I don't have a problem with her staying at home while I have the adventures going on. So, and she needs to cook and clean. That's also important. And give me babies. That's also what I need. I need sons. I need to I need my name to live on. You will be an awesomely cool daddy one day, Frank. Yes, absolutely. I'm going to be an awesome father. I'm going to be an incredible father. I know it. Um, I can relate being hard to please. I believe the exchange to be exclusive, as you say, has to be of value. Okay. What do you think makes a man high value? Kevin Samuels used to say it was money and status. What makes a no? I don't think it's money. I really don't think it's money. Um, what makes a man high status? What makes a man high status? Hmm. Money is just a means to an end. It's a tool. And if you only have money and nothing else, it's not good. You because I mean, well, just because you have money, you're not high status. I don't think you are. You need to be. Look, at the end of the day, social hierarchies are based on evolutionary instincts. Okay, royalty before governments came in. Royalty and leadership was always decided based on the battle ability of a man. Okay, a man was had to be a warrior. A man had to be a good fighter. A man had to be a good protector, and that often meant um, physical. All right, so it means that the physical component cannot be ignored. You have to be, in order to be high status, you have to have a physical. You have to have physical power. Okay, because that's the evolutionary trigger. You see, evolutionarily, we're built to admire strength in a man, physical strength, and that automatically puts him way up there in status. Okay, status, and you know, you use that in combination with intelligence, and you got a very high status man because the man's going to know exactly what to do and what to use and how to use things. So, in my opinion, it's not just intelligence. The intelligence has to be used in a way where it increases his survival ability. Okay, he has to be well connected. That's what I mean. He has to be able to forge strategic partnerships. A man doesn't have to be friends with everybody, but he has to be friends with powerful people. He has to have a strong, powerful um, circle of friends or network, because that's what makes him very dangerous. It's not about what I can do to you, it's who I can call that can do things to you. No matter who you are, no matter how strong you are. Like as an individual, you can't be as powerful as you want to be, but five people can take you out. However, if you got people on the line that you can call, like my friend from Amsterdam, I did an interview with him a while ago. That guy's a legitimate gangster, highly connected. If you know anything about Amsterdam, it's pretty much the drug capital of Europe. That guy is legitimately connected. When I go to Amsterdam, and even beyond that, all of Holland actually, if I have a problem, I call that guy. Someone's going to get hurt. Someone's going to get hurt. Okay, so that's what you need. You need connections. You need to know powerful people that can that like you and that are connected to you. You have to be connected to them. You know, I think that's what makes a high status man. And money is a result of that. You need to, of course, you need wisdom and knowledge too. Wisdom and knowledge and experience. That's why maturity is very attractive for a man. You see, I bet you, like, look, I have a couple of white hair here, a little bit of white hair. A lot of women would find that attractive, that I have a little bit of white hair here. Why? Because it signals maturity. It signals maturity. It signals that I have experience, a little bit of experience in life. Okay. And you need experience in order to be wise. And wisdom allows you to understand all of those things and to forge partnerships, to have status. So that's basically what it is. So I said physical power. I said um, you need to be well connected, and everything else comes from that. Everything else is derived from that. You see, money is going to come from that, and everything else. It boils down to this, my friend. It boils down to this. Men compete for resources. Men compete for women. Men compete for everything else. It's the reality of things. So you got to be able to destroy other men in all metrics, everything. You got to be able to destroy men physically. You got to be able to destroy men mentally. You got to be able to destroy men economically. You got to be able to destroy men in every single metric. If there's a guy A, guy B, and a woman chooses between one A and B, and guy A can destroy guy B in every single area, she's gonna choose guy A. In her head, that's gonna be like a story, like, oh, I don't know, I feel something for that guy. Let her deal with that story. She's going to make something up. She's going to hypnotize herself into why she feels so attracted to you. But what's behind that, the mechanics behind it, is you are better than other men in that moment. And that makes her attracted to you, you see? So at the end of the day, that's all that you have to care about. Compare yourself to other men and make sure that you can outcompete them. You can be better than them. So next time you go to the gym, look at the other guys. Where are you in where are you at the what level are you at compared to the average here? Well, are you good? Are you above average or below average? The good thing is, man, most men they're only good in one area. They're very good in one area and shit in all others. The guy that goes to the gym and looks like a gym rat usually has no money, okay, and no connections. He just knows dumb idiots in the gym too. So he's, let's say, a 10 when it comes to the body, but he's like a 3 when it comes to money and a 3 across the board. That's when you see the sometimes you see these waiters, right? The waiter that is so buff and so strong and looks so good, but why is he a fucking waiter? Why are you waiting tables, bro? What are you doing with your time? You see, that's number one. Sometimes, and then you get the guys that only focus on their money, but their body looks like shit. You see? Their body looks like shit and they have nothing going on. They can't talk. They're not funny. They're not interesting. They got another problem. You get what I mean? So the best thing that you can do, you cannot be 10 in all areas. I don't think that's, I don't, I, that's, I think that's possible, but it's not something you should aim for. What you should aim for is to be good in all areas. You gotta be above average when it comes to your body. You gotta be above average when it comes to your money. You gotta be above average. You gotta be above average when it comes to your connectedness. You gotta be above average in all of those things. And then once you hit that level, you continue upping that. You know, continue upping those factors. And your daily routine in life should be focused on that, improving the factors. You go to the gym in order to improve the physical factor. You study and you build a business in order to increase the money factor. You you network intentionally on a daily basis to increase that networking factor. You see, and that's what you should do on a daily basis. And sooner or later, man, time is on your side. Sooner or later, you're going to be above average. You're going to be way above average, and you're going to destroy most men around you. And how good do you really have to be to get women to choose you? That's it, you know? It's not a complicated game, bro. It's really not that complicated. But the problem is that a lot of guys get distracted by bullshit, you know? At the end of the day, it's work. You work on yourself, you improve yourself in all areas, and sooner or later, you're gonna upgrade. I think, you know, when people complain about that, it's they don't deep down they don't believe that they can. They don't have a growth mindset. They have a fixed mindset. But everybody can, especially as a guy, bro. Listen, as a guy, you can go from, let's say, a 1 to a 10. You can definitely go all the way up. Maybe not 10, because in order to be a 10 as a man, you also have to be like really good looking. Let's say you're ugly. It doesn't matter. You can still go way up there. You start here as a guy, you just have to build these different areas out. And you could go from here to there, from here to there, you know? And we have all this time. So that's what you should work on. Brother Frank, ever thought about selling the Grail of the Serpent logo that sticks to your to regular plain candles so we could give back by energizing the serpent? No, no. You'll probably be a girl that the womanizers usually have all daughters. I've seen that a lot. Yeah, that's true. I've heard that too. Beautiful, beautiful people have daughters. That's what I heard. Frank liked them beautiful, nice tits, small, firm bubble butt, and beautiful personality. Frank have at least 5 kids. That would be so cute. Uh, I'm actually planning on at least 6. I wanna have at least 6 children. Um, and they don't have to be from the same woman, but I'm planning on at least 6. Maybe I should have 20, like a sultan or something like that, sultan, whatever. Um, with the metaverse and VR, will we be able to program experiences and have it as memory, and perhaps our ability to imagine with our minds may be reduced? Is this valid, and can we avoid it if it occurs? That's a good question. I've looked at how the brain implants work that are being planned, and I don't know what exactly they're going to do there. To be honest, it's a little bit vague. I can't really answer that question, to be honest. Not your question is not vague. All I'm saying is that my knowledge in that area is not sufficient. Frank, now do a lot of people at the gym comment on your size? Do you get hit on a lot at the gym? Pff, getting hit on, I wouldn't say that. It's when women flirt with you is always subtle for the most part, you know. For- So yeah, I do get flirted with, but I mean, who doesn't get flirted with at the gym, right? I don't. I wouldn't say that's only me. What if you're 5'6", 5'6"? What if you're 5'6"? 5'6", how much is what is that in centimeters? 5'6". 5'6". Hmm. Wow, that's 176, no, 167 centimeters. Um, you do the same thing. What else is there to do? Like, what are you gonna do? It's the same thing. Now, when it comes to being dangerous, here's what's up, bro. Did you know that shorter guys often have an advantage when it comes to fighting? Maybe tall guys look more intimidating, but for a street fight or something like that, you want a little tank that runs other people, that runs over other people and just gets them on the ground and grounds and pounds them. So you can definitely be dangerous as a 5'6" guy. And this other stuff is true too. I mean, who cares, bro? Like, who cares? Listen, there's so many insecurities. Like, and this is women behavior, guys. You're acting like women. It's like, oh, I'm 5'6". You sound like a woman. It's like, I'm ugly. I'm ugly. I can't help it. I can't help it. That's women, female behavior. A guy is not supposed to be insecure about those things. You see what I mean? You're a man. There's so many, like, especially in the dating field. There's so many insecurities. People are insecure about their height. People are insecure about their race. Oh, I'm Asian. I can't get women. I saw a video about that shit the other day. And I actually heard that in person too. Somebody talking about like how hard it is as an Asian guy to date or something like that. I don't know. Whatever. Not even Asian women want Asian men or shit like that. I don't know. Like it's all bullshit. It's all bullshit. You get your value up, women will want you. I promise you. Like, and not all women. Who gives a fuck? So you do the exact same thing that everybody else does. Somebody 7 foot tall, he's gonna have to do the same things that you wanna have to do. 5'6", you do the same things. The metrics that I mentioned earlier, those different things. You up them step by step by step by step. And then that's that. Somebody's gonna be like, oh, what if I have a small dick? Well, guess what? There are a lot of women who prefer small dicks to big dicks. Of course, they cannot be too small. Okay, I'm not talking about micro penises here, but there are a lot of women who don't like too big of a penis. You see what I mean? So, like, everything has pros and cons, and you don't want to be like, who cares about what this woman said and this woman said? The truth is, as long as you keep moving up, as long as you keep upgrading, you will have women. Okay, they will come to you. There's no scarcity when it comes to females. We got 8 billion people, or almost 8 billion people, and half of them are females. There will be some that you can have. Trust me, some of them. You know, and that's it. As long as you don't look like a gargoyle as a man, you're good. No limits to what you can do. You got it right from the source. You see, Anna, got it right from the source. That's what's up. Fuck the law. Do you look like a gargoyle? All right. When it comes to dating, how are German women compared to American women? Are they aggressive as American women? No, no. Uh, in my personal experience, no. Like, and German, look, American women are not all the same. The different depends on what culture they're from. You know, I would say I have experience with pretty much all cultures. America, in terms of women, I've dated white American girls. I've dated black American girls. I've dated Mexican American girls. Uh, so um, generally speaking, what do you mean aggressive? Aggressive. I don't think you can generalize that much. You know, generally speaking, though, the okay, if I have to make a generalization, German women would be a little bit more loyal. I would say German women are a little bit more loyal, and there's less of a Cardi B mindset, if you will. Okay, less of a Cardi B type of mindset. So basically, like less hoes, I would say, less hoes, less hoes. It's true. Um, and aggressive. I don't know, aggressive. I don't know what you mean by aggressive. You mean aggressive with flirting or aggressive with I want to fight you? I mean that's rare to find. Like, uh, this is something I mean, that's really a complicated question. To be honest, man, it's really a complicated question. For the most part, I like to look at the individual because the individual actually, like the individual is always uh what's the word, man? It's always hard to put those women into categories, but there is a general tendency, you could say. There's definitely a general tendency. Um, if you get with a German girl, you will definitely have more loyalty. But then again, German women are also not like there are different cultures here too, you know. There's like the ethnic Germans, and there are like immigrants. There are a lot of people from the Middle East, a lot of Turkish people. We got all kinds of different cultures here, you know. Lots of Africans too, and yeah, yeah. But generally speaking, less holes. I would say less holes. If there's one thing if I have to put a label on Germany versus American women's less holes here. That's all right. Listen, I don't want to talk shit about American women here. I really don't want to. About money magic, what would you recommend for us making better networking? Making making better networking. How do you meet people of high status? You got to go where they are, and you got to lead with value. You got to provide something that they want. That is usually not money. Can you help them out with something? Can you do something for them? You know, always lead with value, something that they can't get somewhere else. I knew some Ukraine women. They were all married and got married. Yeah, yes. Listen, Ukrainian women are really hard to get. Ukrainian women are really hard to get. I've met a couple. Okay, I've met a couple of those. Ever since the war, a lot of refugees came here, and picking up a German woman and getting, like, a kiss and things like that, and even like sex on the first night is doable. It's doable. Okay, you're gonna have like a 50-50 chance. With Ukrainian women, no fucking way, man. They're really like traditional. Like they don't hold hands. Like they want to get to know you like really really well, and they don't even kiss or anything. Like they're really traditional, you know, for the most part. Yeah. So uh, I guess that's a good thing. I would say. Um, American women truly are out of line. Yeah, but who let him out of line? What's going on with American men? What's up with you? How do you let this shit happen? If I may ask, like, how the fuck do you let that happen? Right? Like, there must be some reason why they get away with that shit. I believe all of this stuff. I believe all of that is just one big shit test. They're just checking how far they can take it, how what they can get away with. You see what I mean? Because I don't think women are happy with that either. I don't think women are happy being hoes. So they're just checking how what they can get away with. You know. So how do you guys let it happen, though? How do you guys let it happen? Why don't you lay down the law? If that makes sense, you know? Why do you take shit from her? You know? So all the men are wearing their girlfriend's heels. Oh, I see. Oh, okay. Yeah, all right. Like I said earlier, like, it's so embarrassing, man. So many guys that turn into girls. The city state also matters in the US. Different mindset, energy in different places. Yeah. I believe there is a person for every type of being. So take care. So take the time to really know thyself. Well, thank you, Tracy. That's very enlightening. American women, to me, are more forward about sex and more blunt about wanting to sleep with you. American women usually don't mind having a body count. I knew some Ukrainian women, they were all married and got married, so very young. Yeah. American women don't even know what gender they are. If you date in America, it's equivalent to. Okay. Well, that's offensive, bro. You shouldn't have said that. That is not nice. You shouldn't say that. Which is better for money magic, a pact with an entity or a servitor thought form? Can't answer that right now. Yes, a lot of men intentionally try to talk to American women because they think we're easy to sleep with. If men stop demanding feet pictures and used underwear, women will get in line real quick. uh, no, because I like traditional. Hold on, what's that? Because I like traditional, like, dates, dinner, flowers, phone calls. Like, I want to be seduced and romantized at least before I drop the panties. Then don't call me after. I've been loving this live stream so far. Yeah, It goes into funny directions, right? It was actually planned. I was actually planning on talking about money magic, but this is hilarious. I like it. Let the gender war begin. Let the gender war begin. I'm neutral today, okay? I'll let you guys. I'll take what's left, okay? I'll let you guys fight it out. I'm sure women are going to win because they're just probably gonna stab you with their heels or something like that. And then I'll take what's left. I'll take what's left. So let the gender war begin. Who's got the best? Hey, who's got the best insult for the other gender? Come on, girls. You can go ahead and talk about the how shitty men are these days. How about that? Come on, let's go. Tell us how much men suck these days. All you girls, let it out. All your frustrations. Tell us. Men aren't men anymore. They suck. They're disgusting. All they want is my feet pictures. They want to buy my dirty underwear, blah blah blah. And you guys, you also you go, okay? You tell those hoes how much they suck these days. Come on. Put it all in the chat, guys. I want to hear everything. Put it all in the chat. Let's go. Let's go. Saturday night gender fight. Saturday night gender fight. If this is fun, we're going to turn this into a tradition. Saturday night gender fight. We're going to do this every week. Saturday night and gender fight. You can build up all this frustration the entire week, and then you can tell men how much they suck on Saturdays. Okay, how about that? Come on, let's go. I'm a boss bitch off my feet. Ho. Okay, I get that. Frank, how do you feel about hookup culture and Tinder? I benefit from it because I benefit from it a lot. So that's how I feel about it. I'm a complete selfish prick when it comes to that shit. I don't care about other guys or what they go through. It works for me. I get dates from it, so who gives a fuck? You know? Hate the game, not the player, is what I say. Yeah. I'll go first. Oh Lord, let's begin the never-ending story. Yeah, my GF is great. That's not the game, man. Oh, aren't you the guy with the with the 22-year-old virgin? I was jealous last night. I was jealous last time we talked. Shit, it's already 4 a.m. Okay. What do you recommend to a young artist? Come on, man. Gender war, gender war, gender war. Let's go. Women talk to 22 guys on average and take all your money and kids and income is crazy. I have one. Women can't even open a pickle jar. What about you ladies? Don't you have anything to say about those hairy ass, stinky ass creatures called men? Come on. I'm neutral today. I can't participate in this. I'm neutral. So talk shit about men. Come on. You got nothing? Ooh, oh, that's a nasty one. Hold on. Most women in the West are swimming pool of full of STDs. Oh man. Most women in the West are a swimming pool full of STDs. That's brutal. That is brutal. Oh, the miniature pickles in a jar were not even worth opening. Oh man. That was a good one. Damn, okay. Anna says, okay, virgin. Oh, sheesh. Come on. Uh, have no shame in your game. Be honest for once. Mm. So you're saying most men are not honest? Is that what you're saying? Okay, honest. Okay, honesty. Men are not honest. They suck. Hold on. Let me think of. Let me think of. Nah, I gotta be. I gotta be neutral. Can't be too honest to women. Not honest themselves about the level of pleasure they think they can give a woman. Mm, okay. All right. So men overestimate what they can do to a woman. I get it. Okay. Maybe we wouldn't have STDs if you guys don't sleep after two pumps. What is a pump after two pumps? What is it? Two? Um, what is a two pump? What are two pumps? I don't get it. But I think which yeah okay. What men are too easy. I guess. Have you heard of Delilah and Samson? He was mad, honest, and could destroy any man, and she backstabbed him. Oh, I see. He was mad, honest. Yeah, okay. Delilah backstabbed him because he was too honest. Mhm. Women love money more than men. Okay. I love money. I love money more than men too. Come on. My question: who giving all those hoes money anyway? Hmm. That's something to think about, right? So you complain that that these hoes like money, but you're giving them money. Interesting. Women be like, man has money, safety, looks, security, status, still complains. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Hmm. I saw a meme that said if it's bros before hoes, ask your bros to suck your dick. Okay. Did I win yet? Oh man, no, not really. Got real quiet after that. The STD one was really wow. That was rough. But the females, they came back with a lot of good stuff too. I would say so far the best comments came from I Valence, Matrix After Dark, and Anna. Anna had a couple of really good ones here. Yeah. Okay, that's a good one. Men want to control the vagina but can't even find the clitoris. That's good. Um, that was good. That was a good one. So, okay, what I'm gonna pick the winner of today of Saturday Night Gender Fight. Come on, give me some more comments, okay? We're gonna run this for 4 more minutes, and then I'm gonna pick the winner of Saturday Night Gender Fight. You want to win Saturday Night Gender Fight? Hey, I'm not biased. I'm not biased. I'm literally just taking it based on impact. I don't care if you're a girl, guy. I'm literally just gonna take the comment at face value. Okay. So Saturday Night Gender Fight. Come on. Isn't the clitoris behind the vagina? Girls be like, "Oh, what's your zodiac sign? You got crystals?" Uh, I gotta be honest, bro. I ask girls that question too. What's your zodiac sign? All men want tens, but if women went for tens in dick size, half of y'all wouldn't qualify. Okay. I gotta say, I think my pickle jar comment went a little too far. No, it was good. What do you mean? What are you talking about? Damn. Guys, if you don't give me a good comment, it's one of the girls that's gonna win today. Men be big, still don't know how to have sex. Damn. Guys, a girl's gonna win today. Do you want a woman to win the first ever match of Saturday night gender fight? You're embarrassing us. I'm gonna prepare for this. This is fun. Damn. Come on, guys. Come on. Saturday night gender fight. Pop another Viagra, daddy. Women take too long in the bathroom. Come on. Oh, that's fuck. Hmm. Saturday night gender fight. Women take too long grocery shopping. That's so lame. That is so lame. Come on, bro. You can do better. Tracy says, yeah, it's look good for you fools. Okay. Men have two heads and still can't figure things out in the bedroom. That's a good one. That was good. That was a good one. All this girl boss energy, yet you still can't cook. The only weapon women have is sex. Other than that, easily replaceable. Men smell too when they be having sex, and they be sweating all over you like crazy. I'm like, damn, this all you got. Women feel incomplete without a man. All right, all right, all right. The first battle of the sexes, the first Saturday night gender fight is over, officially over. And I gotta pick one. I gotta pick one winner. And I gotta be objective here. I gotta be objective here. It was definitely none of the guys, okay? Come on, guys. You really, oh man. Show me a female virgin that shot public places up. Damn. I don't need to cook if you're still living with your mama. Oh my god. All right, guys. They destroyed you. They destroyed us. They destroyed us today. That was embarrassing. All right, next Saturday, I wanna see Frank. You betraying us, man. No, I'm the judge here, man. I gotta be objective. Everybody saw that. The female comments were much better than the guys. So, yeah, next Saturday, bro. next Saturday. I don't care if you have canned material and write it down before the live stream. I want to see a better performance from the guys. Okay, seriously, what is this? Women can cook. Are you fucking kidding me? You take too long in the bathroom, like, and okay, finished. Okay. Now thank you everybody. Thank you everybody for participating. The winner of the first match, the first battle of Saturday night gender fight is Anna. Okay, she fucking killed it today. Anna won. Was very close, very close. Matrix was also very good. Had very good. Uh, yeah, she was roasting us too. Okay, but I got to give it to Anna. She really won. That was the best roasts. I'm gonna quickly repeat the roasts that Anna put out there. Hold on. It was really good. Uh, she roasted that guy. Said, "Okay, virgin." Hold on. I saw a meme that said, "If it's bros before hoes, ask your bros to suck your dick." Good one. All men want tens, but if women went for tens dick size, half of you would qualify. Show me a female virgin that shut up public places. I Valence says, "How dare you?" Listen, this is. What do you mean? I'm not gonna fix this. I gotta stay fair. I wouldn't like. Do you want to win in a shady way? I don't. I want to. I want you guys to come on next Saturday and literally destroy them. Huh? Okay. I want you. I want you guys to bring your A game. What is this? That was nothing, man. That was a weak performance. What? Like you can't cook. And in the meantime, Anna's roasting you. Like, what the fuck? They really destroyed you, man. They really destroyed you. That's embarrassing. If men stopped demanding feet pictures and used underwear, women would get in line real quick. That's okay. This is why women can't have rights. What do you mean? Are you afraid of them beating? Like this is a problem. Are you afraid of them beating you? What's going on? Women can't cook. uh, round two next week. Absolutely, round two next week. It's only worth cooking for the man if you're already on his will. So crazy. Oh my god. Damn. The truth is these men are for the highways. Did my comment show up or was it blocked or something? I didn't see it, Mr. Mugo. Really didn't see it. How are we going to cook if you can't afford the groceries? Damn. Okay. Well, congratulations, Anna. You won today. Today. But you're definitely not going to win next week. And if you don't win, if you still win next week, you guys, the women, you're not going to win three times in a row. And if you win three times in a row, we're going to stop this game because this is going to turn into an embarrassment. Okay. So, gonna have to go darknet. Gonna have to go dark next round. Yeah, absolutely, man. uh, yeah, that was funny. Saturday fight. Is that a Saturday night gender fight? Yeah, okay. Now, this sucks. Women have broken our souls. Mm, no, I have not. What are you talking about? Like, this is how you get in? Like, you roll over now? Are you gonna roll over, Rogan? Come on. Okay, this last one here. This last one, I feel personally offended by. She's like talking about you want kids, but come in a girl's mouth. Yeah, so what? So what? You know what I had a girl ask me once, or what? Can you get pregnant from swallowing? You know, we have lost the battle, but not the war. Exactly, that's the attitude. We have we lost not the attitude. Yeah. Okay, guys. So time to surrender this time, fellas. Until next time. The battle's already over. Like today's battle is over. Okay. All right. So I was supposed to talk about money magic today. The women will win the apocalypse. The women are the cause for the apocalypse. That's what's up. Um, that was very therapeutic. Okay. Okay, stop it. The game's over, guys. The game's over now. So, um, let me know if you want me to go live tomorrow. Okay, I need 10 yeses. Type in yes in the chat if you want me to go live tomorrow to put out a new live stream on psychic seduction. Okay, it's gonna be at 4 p.m. PST. I need 10 yeses. 2, 4, 6. You can't only vote once. You got one vote. Hold on. 2, 4. Okay. All right then. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, good. I'm gonna go live at 4 p.m. tomorrow. Yes, rematch. I'm coming for Anna next weekend. Listen, if you're not telling me this creates some sexual tension, I don't know what it is. You see what I mean? This is your first lesson for tomorrow. First lesson for tomorrow. You want to have sex with a woman, you get her to argue with you. You need to get her emotions. If you can get a woman to argue if you can get a woman to argue with you like this, and she's even just 1% interested, you can up the interest doing that, and you're gonna fuck her. Okay, so that's your first lesson for tomorrow. Number two, um, yeah, I'll see you tomorrow at 4 p.m. PST. Anna says I'm legit preparing for this. Okay, good. So let's see that shit. Peace out. Be well. Bye bye.